everybody, it's John.
And Aaron.
And Jared.
And Thomas.
And this is the Soda Society podcast, where we watch a new movie every week.
And down below in the episode description, check for the new movie and new soda for next week, as well as all of our social links.
Spoilers ahead?
Yeah! Okay.
My boy!
Okay.
My boy. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Soda Society podcast where we talk about movies and drink soda.
I love this enthusiasm.
I do too.
I'm Aaron. I'm here with my good pals
Oh, I thought you were going to introduce
Good pals.
Jared.
and
John.
our special guest,
Thomas.
Thomas, a returning character.
Wow.
Welcome
You
back.
may remember him from
Halloween.
Halloween. But this week, we're not talking about Halloween. We're talking about a different holiday influenced movie.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wes Anderson stop motion classic.
What are we drinking?
Oh, that's important. In honor of Thanksgiving and Fantastic Mr. Fox and Brotherly Love, we are drinking Sparkling Crisp Apple Cider.
Shout out to
Sparkling.
Philadelphia, city of brotherly love.
Exactly. And Jared is eating.
I am eating.
He's eating In-N-Out.
Yeah, I didn't eat breakfast today.
And in the spirit of the holiday, I also brought 60% of an apple pie
We will also be eating the apple pie.
Yeah.
So we have apple cider and apple pie.
and In-N-Out.
And
In-N-Out. Apple
true-
In-N-Out.
A true Thanksgiving feast.
Well, there's also one more thing,
Oh,
actually.
there's one more thing.
Yeah.
The
Do you want to do it right now?
Sure. I
Yeah. Do
mean,
you want
why
to
not?
introduce yourself?
Me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
Oh.
know, yeah.
You're tired.
you're superhero.
So, I have been put in charge of surprise soft drinks
Yeah.
from now on.
It's been
And
transferred.
It's been transferred, bestowed upon me, this power. And as the person in charge of surprise soft drink, I am now the soda sommelier. The specialist in all things soft drink and soda.
Wow.
Can you define sommelier? What does it mean?
It's just an expert on drinks. Like normally it's a wine taster, it's a sommelier. But I don't drink wine, I only drink soda, so.
Yeah, so the thinking behind me giving this to you was like, I was like, man, I think you're best, Aaron, being very frank, when you're just like really like weird and you just bring like the curveball to the podcast.
That's okay.
I think it's great because sometimes you're like, yeah, I like that, and then that's it. That's all we get from you, Aaron.
You're right.
We just need something like
I need
raw.
bring more to the table. And that's why
You bring a lot to the table already. I just want even more of that.
We
Yeah.
literally need something on the table.
We need something. Yeah, there's something on the table. Can you explain how this works?
So surprise soft drink. Every time we have a special guest on the show, they are going to have the option to choose this mystery drink that we have brought in. They can ask two questions. They can ask, would Aaron drink this now?
Would Aaron drink this?
Would Aaron drink this? And what's in it? Like what just
Like a
Nutritional
nutritional fact.
one nutritional
Again, this
fact.
is your segment. You do whatever you want with
Okay,
it.
I'll stick with those though.
Yeah.
Would Aaron drink this and one nutritional fact? The guest can choose to take the surprise soft drink or pass it on.
Mhm.
If it gets passed on twice, that last person has to drink it.
Because
no
we
matter
play
what it
by
is.
White
White
elephant.
White elephant
White
rules.
elephant. It's his first time, folks.
It is.
I'm nervous. I'm shaking. I
You're
got
great at
goosebumps.
this. This is great. I'm so excited for this.
Me too.
Genuinely, like, yeah.
So I feel like there's something else I was gonna say about that, but oh well. So Thomas,
Yes.
You played this game before.
You
Yeah.
played this game and you lost
Yes,
drastically.
I have learned my lesson.
He has regretted it.
My first question,
Yes.
my only question is, would you drink this? Aaron?
Yes.
Okay, good, because I'm passing it on to you.
Wow.
Whoa, Aaron.
This is the first time a guest has passed on the drink.
This is such a move.
I know. This is a big move. A first in Soda Society history.
Wow.
The upset.
I didn't expect this.
Now, the
I
thing
did.
is, the thing is, I enjoy this drink that I have brought in, but I want to drink the cider.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm gonna pass this drink on
Two.
to.
I don't like this. This is super scary.
This is the kind of content we needed.
I'm gonna give. There's conflict now.
Yeah, this conflict.
We're gonna hate Aaron. One of us is gonna hate Aaron.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass this on to John Kim.
Wow.
Mom.
I feel like you'll enjoy this.
Well, as you know, because of white elephant rules, the white elephant rules, I'll have to take it.
So it's covered by a towel right now.
Yeah, can
I'm
you-
going to unveil it.
Yeah, unveil
What
it.
are we working with here?
Oh.
It's a cup.
It's a cup
Oh,
of tea.
it's tea.
Wow.
What kind of tea, you may ask? Someone asked.
Wow, what kind
What
of
kind
tea?
of
What
tea?
kind of tea? It is Celestial Seasonings Cranberry Vanilla Wonderland.
Oh, this is amazing.
That's actually not bad.
As someone who's like coming off of sickness, this is like the best
Mm.
possible.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Good call,
That's actually
Aaron.
pretty
Good call.
The
I love this.
the condition for this tea though,
Yeah.
you can't take the tea bag out. So if it gets super strong,
Yeah.
you're stuck with it.
Jesus Christ.
Luckily, it's caffeine free.
Great. What a great
That's the.
lesson.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
the
I'm
key.
gonna take the first sip of the show.
And Aaron is gonna start unwrapping.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I'm actually really happy that you got it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Like feel great.
Oh, it's a twist.
So something I've sort of noticed about our show is we're called Soda Society, but we don't talk about like
The
the
sodas?
sodas enough.
Mm-mm.
So can we talk a little bit? And I think apple cider is a good one to start talking about because, you know, did you guys grow up like drinking apple cider at like Thanksgiving or like
Yes.
what were like
every
the
year.
what were like the family, what would you know? Because I grew up with it.
Yeah, we always had it at New Year for sure.
Oh.
Mhm.
Sometimes Thanksgiving, sometimes Christmas.
Mm.
But I always liked it. Like I could never get enough of it. Ooh,
Ooh, get it in there.
ooh.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah. Like a back breaking.
And a coin falling.
And cool. Fully,
Okay.
fully.
That's basically our sound effect.
Yeah, that's our intro.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the fizz?
the fizz.
Do you hear that? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, apple cider is like, I feel like it's a treat, even though like
iconic.
you can get it any time of the year.
Yeah.
Like, it always feels special.
It doesn't mean you drink it every time of the year, you know?
Yeah.
It looks like a nice brewski.
It does.
No, is this Martinelli's or is this another brand?
is R.W. Knudsen family.
Wow,
Wow.
that's not Martinelli's.
It's not Martinelli's.
How much of it are we working with?
What do you mean?
Like, how much is in it?
Oh, I
Let's
don't know.
see.
But it says 3 servings, which is
It's, yeah. So 3 servings, a serving size is 8 fluid ounces, thus there are 24 fluid ounces.
Nice.
Pretty
There's actually
small.
25.4.
25, a little bit more than that. There we go.
so. In terms of drinking this episode, it's pretty easy on us.
It is.
You know, it's
It
not
is.
a whole cherry Shasta Cola.
Jeez, let's never go back.
We're a little, it's after we're recording this after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yes, we need the break.
You know,
Oh,
after
boy.
all that Black Friday shopping, am I right, fellas?
I mean, I did.
Yeah. So, Jared, you bought a...
I bought a Nintendo Switch.
Wow.
Yep. I was like, now's the time to treat ourselves. Cheers.
Cheers.
Fantastic.
Mr.
Fox. Mm.
The.
Thanks.
At the beginning.
Yeah.
No.
Ah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. Nice. All right. So
That's good.
let's just hop right into it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, Fantastic Mr. Fox, a
Mhm.
movie that we've all seen multiple times, I am sure. We
Mhm.
are all big Wes Anderson fans in this little society.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What do we think?
You kind of really gave us the answer to the question, didn't you?
Yeah.
But what do we think about Fantastic Mr. Fox?
We're all big fans of it, I'm
We're
sure.
all big
but, like,
fans. Everyone in the society.
Okay.
But what did you think?
Okay, all right. Tell me what number viewing this is for you,
Oh wow. Okay.
and what was your first impression of the movie when you first saw it years ago, and what's your
See, I
impression
like that.
now?
Yeah.
How's that?
This is probably my 4th, 5th time seeing
Sip.
it. You're right. I'm already almost done. I'm only gonna finish this in the first 10 minutes.
Man.
It's
You
really
just,
good.
you just ate an entire In-N-Out burger.
I
You got
know,
something to
I
watch
did.
You
that.
just saw the pie. Don't forget.
Oh
You're right.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
the cake.
I'm like exempt because the.
No.
No.
Yeah, I think I am.
I don't
think I am. I think that's how this works,
If you
right?
finish your drink, you have to get some of the pie.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's like levels.
It's like a level of things.
You have to. You have to.
You have to finish your drink
You
before
have
the
to finish the
podcast
drink.
ends.
That means just
Yeah.
put the drink down and do
Here,
not touch
here,
it.
here. We always have a break around like the 45-minute mark. Finish your sodas by then, and then we'll restart the timer.
Move to pie.
Move to 5, and then I'm gonna add a No, I know what sound effect I want to use. I want to use you go to like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
And you feed your
Oh.
to the guy. It's
Yeah.
That's the sound effect I want.
That's the sound effect that I'm no doubt we are getting. But yeah, I've seen the movie like 5 times, and oh man, the first time I saw it, I remember thinking it was really weird, like the just exactly the stop motion, the way that the stop motion in it worked. I was like, wow, this isn't like the stop motion that I had seen before, like Nightmare Before Christmas or basically anything by Tim Burton, right?
Or even those old Christmas stop motion specials
Like Rudolph,
and stuff,
yeah.
Frosty. Yeah.
I feel like it was different, which was interesting, but this time around I was like super impressed by it. Really impressed. Like that first scene when it's Mr. and Mrs. Fox and it's like that long one
I
take.
love that, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was beautiful. That was like one take of stop motion. That must have taken forever.
Well, I mean, technically, it's a bunch of takes. It's like thousands of takes.
They can
One.
just-
You know, you're
It's
right,
not
because
taken
that's how
sequence.
stop motion
Yeah.
works.
So it's not one take.
Like
You
It just appears as one
It just
take
looks like it is
because-
because
it's
it's
a
one
stop.
fluid.
That was such
Action.
a fraternal, sort of coming in, floating down upon, floating down upon Jared. This correction.
Yeah, I know.
No, but you're cool. You're cool.
Am I cool?
You're cool?
Are we cool?
I'm cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little mistake.
Okay.
You just don't understand how stop motion
Oh,
works. I don't
okay,
think.
okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. That's
You thought it
what
was like
is.
a movie, right?
Yeah.
Actually, it's a bunch of pictures.
Oh, is that
Whoa,
what that is?
wow.
Oh my gosh.
Space, yeah.
That's basically it. All right, thanks for coming to the podcast, you guys.
But yeah, that first sequence is here's a sip from me. That first sequence is really great because it's so dynamic and I just love looking at the backgrounds in this movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
And
super
that's
pretty.
something that I think this is how a lot of people see movies. It's you sort of see this stuff in the foreground, on the first viewing, and then with subsequent viewings you notice more details and backgrounds and how everything works together. And that was that's my experience with this film particularly of wow, look at this thing and this thing, these small things. First you're involved with the story, but once you know the story, it's ooh, how does Mr. Anderson tell the story?
Mhm. Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Yeah. That,
I
you know,
call-
he's in the movie,
I
right?
call him Wes.
Yes.
Yeah, he plays
Yeah.
Weasel, right?
Yeah.
I call him Wesley
Oh,
or
wow.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
But yeah, it was not my first Wes Anderson movie, so it was I at first I was oh, how good can this be? And then I was oh, it's amazing.
What was your
the
first
first-
Wes Anderson film? What was the first one you saw? Because I think mine was.
Probably.
I want to say Rushmore. To be entirely honest.
I think I went Zissou, then I saw Tenenbaums, Rushmore, then Darjeeling. No, Moonrise, then Darjeeling. Because Moonrise is on theaters, Darjeeling, and then Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
And then Bottle Rocket after that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite the order.
Yeah. We used to have a thing that at my
We
house.
did in high school. Yeah.
Yeah, called Wes Anderfest that I hosted. maybe we'll do it again, but hosted by the Soda Society. But it's like that'll just be like a marathon. It'll be 5 hours of us talking about Wes Anderson.
Wow.
Yeah, just watching like 3
Yeah.
or so, and then we all would actually dress up as the characters too.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It was cute.
Yeah,
it was
that's
cute. It's cute. Yeah, that's I love it. It's a great film.
Mm-hmm.
This was my 3rd time watching it, I think. And I think this was actually my first Wes Anderson movie.
What a gulp, man.
Gulp it down.
And I
Throw
remember
it back.
I remember when it first was coming out, like I heard about it on the news and stuff, or I saw
Mhm.
trailers for it, and I was like, this is weird because it looks like a kid's movie, but I'm sure it's for adults. And I just, something about that was just off-putting to me for whatever reason.
Okay, dude. All right.
But yeah, then now that the first time I watched it, I was like, this is amazing. Like, I don't know, it's so fun, and it's like, it's so hard to describe. It's just fun.
Whimsical.
It's
Yeah,
whimsical.
It's whimsical.
It doesn't
Oh,
take
man, that
itself
hard
too
H.
seriously, but it just does have like heart to it. So it's not like it's sincere.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Can we revisit sincerity?
Oh man,
Dude,
Because I think we want to get this on tape for the first
Okay.
time. But yeah,
Hey,
let's
yeah.
go to Tommy. What are your thoughts?
It's a big segment coming
It's a
up.
big segment coming up.
Yeah, buckle
This
up,
is definitely gonna be an
everybody.
Aaron episode.
Oh, why?
So, because, dude, it's already there.
I think I was trying to think. I'm not sure this is my 3rd or 4th time watching it. But it's at least my 3rd, at least. And the first time I watched it, I can't remember, because I mean it's just so far away. But like,
Mhm.
I definitely saw Rushmore was my first Wes Anderson film. I think it's my second one. I'm pretty sure it's my second one. And I just the first time I watched it, I know I really liked it because it was like, I'm sorry. Is everything okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Thomas is like being very genuine and being a great guest. You just have Aaron, his dear brother, fiddling around like putting forks on a towel,
Like a punk.
moving said towel to another.
Another surface.
I was.
Preparing.
It was bothering me that they were not all in one place. I'm sorry.
No, we're just giving you shit. Sorry. Go on, Thomas. Go on, Thomas.
So, as I was saying,
So it's after Rushmore.
yeah, so after Rushmore, and like I was watching like Rushmore. I was like, Rushmore like feels like it feels like I love Rushmore. It's my favorite Wes Anderson film, but like it just feels a little bit more like removed from like where you are, because like it's like an unrealistic scenario.
Right.
Yeah.
And like
It's
Francis
a
Mr.
Fox.
Fox is too, like obviously.
Oh,
But,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
What are you talking about?
But like it just somehow feels more like down to earth than Rushmore in a lot of ways.
It's like there's something this film does that it just gets like really personal with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It
certain
does,
parts.
in certain parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's more relatable. Because with Fantastic Mr. Fox, you're not like, you see like, you relate to Ash or you relate to Mr. Fox or Mrs. Fox.
Mhm.
Even Christopherson. God, what a name. I love that guy. It's perfect. But in Rushmore, you're like, who is this eccentric asshole?
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. I'm nowhere near being that weird. So, yeah. I feel you on that.
There's another sip.
What were you gonna say?
I would like to put it on record that I am now done with my apple cider.
Wow, Jared's the first one to move on to pie.
Choose your fork.
Choose your fork. All right, can we do?
Yeah, I was gonna go with a nice, what is this? Aluminum? No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. Is it?
Stainless steel, probably?
It's titanium.
It's stainless.
It's
Stainless
carbon.
titanium.
It's carbon fiber. It's a tactical fork.
Use it anywhere.
They use this fork in space.
All right.
I'll use that fork upside down.
All right.
You think I'm kidding? I'm gonna
How
just
much
start
pie do
digging
you
into
guys think
pie.
there is?
You
I
said
know-
60%.
Yeah,
Right?
I'll say 60%.
I'm gonna think.
That's pretty
Oh,
much
that's
60%. That's a
60%.
lot of. That's a lot
I
of
thought it
pie.
was gonna be like one slice was taken out, and you were like, that was.
No.
This is a lot of pie.
All right,
We can do it.
can you take the
We
first
have
bite of
to
pie?
finish it? Is that a rule?
That's
We
the
have to
rule.
finish it before
You
the
have to
pod.
finish it. Yeah.
Wait, so we all have to enter level 2 soon. Because there's a lot of
Hey, we can get level 2, you know. Ooh. Just collective sipping right now.
It's really good pie.
Okay, that's good.
It's from Marie Callender's.
It's a really great pie.
Yeah, it was really good. It was like very cinnamony.
Yeah.
I sort of want to bite right now, but I feel like I need.
You
to
can't until
You
you
can't. You have to.
two.
You gotta go level 2.
Sip the drink.
So we're talking about relatability,
Mhm.
and that's something that I was sort of thinking about, and maybe I don't know. Why do you think the fact that they're animals makes it more relatable? In
More.
any way.
Interesting.
Because we were talking last week about simplified faces
Yeah.
and being able to relate to those more than hyper-realistic faces or uncanny valley faces.
Mhm.
Do you think them being animals works similarly? Or do you think that it's just a sort of a coincidence? I feel like it works similarly.
I think it does.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's so interesting. I got to take a bite of pie.
Yeah, take another bite.
I will in a second. But it's like that thing where if you talk to most people, they're like, oh yeah, I don't care if somebody dies in a movie, but if an animal dies in the movie, I really feel like that because there's a sense of innocence to them.
Yes.
You feel like they're not quite as, I don't know, contractually, morally, like, obligated to be...
Because an animal
Be
doesn't have
something more.
stakes
Yeah,
in human drama. It's just there.
exactly.
It's just a bystander.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
oftentimes it's like, you still feel like the bad guy because there are humans doing bad things to animals.
Mm.
So you feel for it. And I think Fantastic Mr. Fox works the same way.
Yeah, especially with because there are human characters. For those who haven't viewed the film,
Spoilers ahead.
spoilers ahead.
Always.
You guys had the tag at the last week's episode?
I did.
That was my favorite time.
No.
What was it?
Oh, you didn't listen to the last week's episode? I see.
It was so good. It was so good.
Take a step.
Take the fucking soup.
John comes in hard with the country roads.
Oh
really?
yeah.
And then it goes right into
I
the
forgot all
tag.
about that. I'll listen to it today.
Yeah.
The ending
Well,
is
well,
great.
the early tag is Mickey and Jared.
Yeah,
Sing a little
it's
intro.
so funny.
Mickey
It's
and
the
Jared.
it's the one at the very beginning where I'm like, hey guys, welcome to the Soda Society, and you're like,
I'm sure listeners love us talking about things they listen to. Like,
We're just sitting here patting each other on the back.
yeah.
Great job, guys.
Good job. It was funny. It was funny.
No, I just think it's ridiculous. I didn't think it was funny. I just thought it was ridiculous. What were we talking about?
Relatability.
Oh,
and
thank you.
humans. So there are
Humans.
humans in the movie.
Yeah.
And they're very obvious evil bad guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think what Jared was saying, what you were saying, it definitely rings true in Fantastic Mr. Fox because the bad guys, they're the evil businessmen that are killing animals for profit, and then Mr. Fox is just trying to survive, you know.
Survival, big theme.
Exactly.
Heck yeah.
Exactly. Sorry, I was taking a sip.
Don't apologize.
I'm sorry.
That's half the
For
podcast.
the
sorry.
rules of the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What do you think, John?
Oh, I agree. I think like it's a lot more like a lot of the human characters in this are like very like grotesque almost.
Yeah.
And how they're animated, they're like like warts and like you can sort of see like little liver spots here and there, and then the animals are so like I don't know, they're so like fun and like lovable and like I really enjoy that.
They wear little suits.
They wear little suits, little pieces.
They dress
of
so
clothing.
nicely.
They do better than like
We do.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say is like I really love that they're animals and like they're unapologetically animals at times, where it's like a lot of these themes about like well first like I love that visual gag where it's like Bill Murray and George Clooney and Badger and Mr. Fox.
Oh
like,
yeah, like,
you can't take the deal, Foxy, and he's
Yeah.
like, I'm going
Are
to
you-
take the deal.
Are you cussing at me?
Are you cussing
You
at
cussing
me?
with me?
My favorite, like, I love that so much, and like, I don't know, it's just like, I think like to show like, you know, they're animals because like they're just like really raw and like they're learning these things as, you know, like becoming like, you know, they're sort of at this like, am I civilized or am I like, you know, a wild animal, and like that's really interesting because like it's taken in multiple ways of like they have to embrace that wild side, but you know they have like responsibilities because they're still like they're like these like anamorphic, you know, like
Yeah.
yeah,
And families.
they have families. One of them is a doctor.
That's a doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which one is it?
Mrs. Badger.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny.
That's so funny, yeah. But yeah, I think it's like, yeah, it makes it easier to watch, of course, but then like I like that they're still animals, and like it's a fact that it's a point that they're animals.
There's now half a pie.
Yeah, you cut down 10% of that.
Nice, very
There's
nice.
now half a pie.
Get us down to like 25
No.
before we're done drinking.
I'm gonna take a break.
You like that apple pie?
It's good.
Nice.
It's good pie.
Can I ask, pie or cake?
Pie.
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 Because I feel like with pie you can eat ice cream with it. With cake you can't do with ice cream as much.
But ice cream cake?
I think I'd still go pie. Yeah,
No.
I think it's just like the combination of like hot and cold.
A la mode.
Yeah.
A la mode.
That's pie with ice cream.
A la mode. Remember the a la mode. I'm sure that was some kind of codename Kids Next Door thing, right?
It sounds like it.
we gotta save the a la mode.
Honestly, it sounds like it.
Oh my goodness.
Is there a Kids Next Door movie? Can we watch that?
There is. I mean, like it's the one with number 0.
Okay, we're gonna
No
watch
more
that.
animation movies until like mid 2019.
Okay. But
Because
first
there's
one
so
we
many
watch-
animation movies we're
The
doing.
first one we watch in 2019 is going to be Codename Kids Next
Jesus
Door.
Christ. I
What?
said mid 2019.
I said mid 2019.
Okay.
Okay.
When we all decide it's mid 2019, that's the first one we're
Jump in.
Because yeah, we did. Okay, so going through our movies, then Whisper of the Heart, which is an anime.
Mhm.
We have 2 stop motion films here. And then our Christmas specials are probably going to be like 2
Oh,
more animation
animated,
films.
yeah.
So we need to balance it
It's
out.
like you can tell. Can you tell we're just products of the media that we watched growing up,
We're just millennials.
who love cartoons?
Yeah, you want to expand on that? Aaron?
No.
No,
That we're just the millennials?
no. Keeping it broad is what the people over the
That's
age
a
of
millennial
25
thing,
want to
right?
hear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever. I was gonna say.
What was...
John was
No,
talking-
no. I have a segment for later. I just came
Okay.
up with it right now. Though.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's fine.
What was the last note we touched on for Fox?
It was John
Animals.
talking about the animals.
Yeah, relatability.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Them wearing cute outfits.
Very
Very
cute.
cute outfits, yes. There's somewhere I was going to go with that. Oh, did you guys watch the introduction at all?
Included on the
So
Criterion
it's-
on Blu-ray.
Thomas owns the Criterion Collection version of
Oh.
Fantastic Mr. Fox, and I was about to watch it, and he comes in and he's like, "You gotta watch the introduction." I was like, "What's the introduction?"
What?
And he was like, "It's just for this Blu-ray." So
Wow.
I watched it, and it's the guitarist
Yeah.
from the around the campfire.
Yeah.
It's him just introducing the movie. He's just like, "This movie is based on this book," and he holds up Fantastic Mr. Fox by Roald Dahl,
Roald Dahl.
and then
You just talk for the characters.
he just talks about the characters for a little bit, and then he says, "And we open on Mr. Fox standing over a meadow under a pink sky," and then it ends, and you have to go and watch the actual movie.
Wow.
It's just, but it's all stop motion, and it's very weird.
Did it add anything for you? Did it help?
No,
Oh, okay. Well.
I just thought it was interesting.
It was cute.
It was cute, yeah.
Yeah.
It made me relate to him more. It did add because in the actual movie, whenever I saw him, I was like, "Oh, he's my friend." I like this guy.
I love that scene where he walks out and he's like, oh, or what's his name? Bean walks out and is like, what are you doing? He's like, "I made
What
it
are you
up."
doing, PT?
And he's like, I just made it up. And he was like, don't do that. And he leaves.
You made a bad song.
He's like,
Yeah.
that's just lazy songwriting. You can't make it up.
Yeah.
You wrote a bad song, PT. And, you just
And then he
walks
just
into the
leaves.
darkness.
Yeah. That's so funny. The poor guy.
Thomas, what was your favorite part of the film?
My favorite scene is always when they're in the sewer and then George Clooney walks over to the waterfall, and then
Mrs. meets him out there.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite scenes.
So
Was that one of like the moments you felt like, like we were talking about a little bit about like the realness of it?
I think it does. It's definitely it. I think if I'm not. I don't think I relate as much to like the Fox character, Mr. Fox character, as much because he's the father figure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only 21.
You don't
not
feel
a
like
father.
a father?
Not a
You
father.
don't feel like a
But-
daddy?
But I do think it is one of the more like it is it's like obviously a touching moment in the film, and it's like it is a very real moment in the film. I think.
It's like sober.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's just like him coming to terms with everything he just did finally,
Yeah.
and then he's like, I had to, I'm a wild animal. Gotta go fix this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like really about embracing that, like what you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody embracing, like Ash embracing being different,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Fox embracing being a wild animal.
Yeah.
I love that scene where he looks at the wolf.
That's my favorite scene. in the film. I
Yeah,
was about to
and
talk
he
about
raises
that.
his fist, and the wolf raises his fist too.
There's something so.
It's
that's
so
amazing.
funny, and I love it because it's so simple, and you're like, what is happening?
Yeah, it's just.
But you had like a full like White Fang moment there, because they keep talking about the wolves. There's like, I have a phobia of wolves. I hate
Yeah.
wolves, and it's because he himself is like part wolf. You know, it's like him saying.
I don't know if they could hear that on the thing.
He himself is part wolf.
Got it. Got it the first time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got it twice.
Got it twice.
But yeah, I love that simple like fist raise of like solidarity.
I think it's interesting because the arguably the two main characters are Ash and Mr. Fox,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Father and son,
Mm-hmm.
and they both are dealing with like putting on like a facade of something else because like Mr. Fox the entire time is just trying to be he says in the waterfall scene is like he just needs to be he's trying to be fantastic all the time, and he's really trying to he always tries to like excel, and like he's trying to put on this figure of being like organized and like
The
dude,
perfect.
yeah, he's being like he's trying to be George Clooney, right?
Ah.
What George
I know
Clooney
George
actually
Clooney
is.
but in the end he's just Mr. Fox, you know, he's a wild animal, and then Ash is
Fucking weird.
yeah, he's just you know he just is different, but then he always wants to be
No,
normal.
he's different.
Aaron, no, this is an audio only.
Yeah, I
podcast.
know that.
If you watch the movie, you'll know what I just did.
Yeah, okay.
Is that
yes.
true?
Come on.
Here, you gotta just
Spoilers
like.
ahead.
I'm wiggling my fingers and then I say different.
So angsty. God.
Yeah, but he's just trying to put the facade of being normal all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then like, I think it's a funny moment when Mrs. Fox like goes up to him and he's like, "You are different," and isn't there something fantastic about that? And he's like, "Not to me. I want to be normal."
Yeah. There's something so real about
I want to
that.
be an athlete.
Yeah.
I love
So
like
good.
there's a bunch of little things like that in the movie. Because
Yeah.
there's the one part where all the animals are trapped together when they're being chased,
Yeah.
and then the bully comes up and stuffs mud in Ash's face,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and then Christopherson beats up the bully.
Yeah, he takes off his shoes. He's like, "Why are you taking off your
Yeah.
shoes?" He's like, "Because I don't
But
want to
then
break your nose."
Ash turns to him and he's like, "I can fight my own fights."
And
then
Christopherson's like,
"No,
"No,
you
you
can't."
can't.
And that's it. It just cuts to a different conversation.
I think one of the best things about this movie is just how funny it's shot.
Yeah.
Like the script is just so witty, and the way all of the shots are just really, really like, really bank on its comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like another scene that I
It's so
absolutely,
meticulous.
It is another scene that I absolutely adore is whenever they're dancing.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Like when they first find the storehouse and they see all the chickens and they're like, "We're right under it," and then they just all start dancing. It's like, wow, that's great. I love that. Or the scene where they're playing the sport. What's that?
Oh,
Whack bat.
Yeah, whack bat. And you see Christopherson do the thing and come back and he's like, whack bat, and he goes, and then
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson, thank you. He goes, wow, that kid is great.
Yeah.
And that's it. Wow, that kid is great.
Wow. Wow.
We're here with Owen Wilson right now.
Ka-chow.
Nope.
A really big thing happened while we were talking about this. All three of us have finished our drinks.
Oh, yes.
You know what that means, guys?
You know what that means.
Oh, man. Everybody get that fork.
Everyone, forks out.
Forks
Oh,
out.
jeez. We have half a pie. How far in are we?
Four of
Half an
us.
hour
We're
in.
at 35 minutes. That's pretty good.
That means we have another half an hour to 45 minutes to finish this
These
pie.
glasses.
Alright,
Why?
I'll take my first
We can put
bite.
down.
I'm gonna take a big one.
Take a good one. Take a good.
Oh,
that's a
that's
good
a-
slice of apple.
That's a good size of apple. Whoa.
All right.
I really want this crust, the best part of pie.
You missed it.
I got.
You got some crust.
Some
you got some
crust.
in there. All right, go for it. That's a big slice of pie too. All right. The Elder Miller. Oh, that's a good slice of. That's a good slice too. Okay.
Wow.
You're just gonna take the whole.
I'm gonna eat that.
How are you gonna? Yeah.
Gonna
My
cut
man
into two
Aaron can
pieces.
do it.
There's no apple. in
Boy,
there.
you're just gonna eat that one part?
I'm
You're
not
using
that
crust.
one.
Oh my gosh, dude.
My boy's eating
Oh,
crust.
such a mess. Such a mess.
It's his room.
You're right. I don't
That's
care.
your things have been in this room.
It's
Such
true.
as me.
It's true.
Yeah, such as all of us. It's good pie.
Good pie.
It is good pie.
Okay, that's good.
You guys want to do a
Shut
little?
up.
You guys want to do a little quick segment?
Yeah.
Now that Thomas is here,
Wait.
there's gonna be a little tradition. Because Thomas is gonna be probably one of our biggest recurring guests,
Yeah, hold on
probably.
real quick, Jared. Do you have napkins in that In-N-Out bag?
Not ones you can use.
Okay, I'm gonna grab napkins real fast if that's okay.
Yeah, let's take a break actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back with Fantastic Mr. Fox and Society. Bye!
All right,
Aaron, just
go,
do
go,
the
go,
thing.
go.
Welcome back to the Soda Society podcast, where
Oh,
we are
man.
talking about the Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yay! We have finished. We have finished the apple
The
cider.
apple cider.
We are
We're
now.
on to the apple pie.
Yep, I'm doing apple pie.
One more question I want to ask about Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
Who was everyone's favorite character?
Christopherson. Is that even a question? I'm pretty sure that like he's
Or-
meant to be the best character.
Not.
You can
Yeah.
favor a character who is not the best.
No,
Yeah,
you're
right.
because my favorite character is the opposite of Christopherson.
It's Ash.
No.
Who?
My favorite
Is
character
Badger?
is the rat.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
main man.
William Dafoe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my
Dafoe.
main man.
He's so fun.
He's hilarious.
And he's just such a ridiculous character. He's so evil.
Wow.
Yeah.
And somehow, at the end, when he dies,
Oh my
spoiler alert.
We know.
Spoilers ahead.
Yeah, don't say spoilers. So Society never says spoilers
It's
unless
a
it's in the
joke.
damn
But
intro.
it's a joke.
Oh, it's a joke.
joke.
In that case, we're not gonna allow that.
Oh, sorry, it's all serious business.
Okay, perfect.
When he dies at the end,
It's like redemption.
they're like, any last words? Or what are you trying to say or whatever? And then he's like, cider. And then he feeds him sewer water, and then he dies. And then
Really
Ash is,
touching.
it is touching, but Ash is like, he redeemed himself. And I was just like, how?
Because she revealed Christopherson's location.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess. I don't know.
He did.
Is he still seem like a scumbag?
It's so funny because he was like cider, but like the first time you see him, he's sipping on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Because
like
I think that the whole point is like he was being drugged basically
Yeah.
by the cider to be a bad guy. Because I feel like there's
is
a
that what
weird,
it is?
a weird
Oh, no.
dynamic where he's an animal
Tommy doesn't like this.
I don't like this film theory.
He's an animal, but he's working for the humans, and I feel like that's why
Oh,
I
Bob said at the beginning, it's like, why? What are you doing? And then the rest, like, I'm working security now, and then I don't know.
I can kind of see where he's coming from there in terms of like why are
but
the
I
animals
don't think it's a
working with-
drug.
I mean,
well, not a drug, but he's drinking the cider, and that's what's keeping him going.
He's drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I mean, like, he could also just be a rat who was willing to be down there because he gets the cider. Like, you know,
It's like a Ratatouille thing going on.
like.
Wait, what?
It's like the same thing. It's basically the same
Like-
movie.
I empathize with Thomas just like looking around.
Like, I mean, like, he gets cider and like he just like he's already like he's not a bad guy per se. He's working
He's just
security.
doing his job.
That's his job.
It's like those
But
dogs.
why is he working for the humans? Is what I'm saying.
Because I mean, he's a rat. He already lives on the ground, and he's just in this place. He gets cider.
Willem Dafoe.
I don't know. I feel like because him and Fox have history, like they mention it, and then the rest, like your wife was the town top back in her day.
Yeah, what a line.
I know.
And he's like, no, she wasn't.
But it's like, I don't know. I feel like they have a history. They grew up together or something. Maybe they weren't best friends. I'm not building this whole narrative. I'm just saying like they knew each other in the past.
But that's just a theory.
I'm gonna punch you in the nose.
Oh, film theory. But I agree in terms of like it was probably like he got corrupted in some way by it. It's like how we're corrupted by greed sometimes, and like you know we become alienated from everyone, and yeah, this reminds me of like Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Because there's a wolf.
Rats.
And there's a Wall
There's a
Street.
Wall
Yeah.
Street.
Who's your favorite
I
character?
was gonna pass it to Tommy.
Tommy.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, Tommy.
Yeah, what?
Gonna take a bite of that pie.
Yes.
Wait. Oh. I'll wait till Aaron's done, but I'll keep talking. I can have no idea what to say, but completely changing the subject to a different scene.
Wow. Yeah. That's fine.
How do you guys feel about the scene where it's Ash in the top bunk of his bed, and Christopherson's lying underneath,
Yeah.
and he's like, he's really uncomfortable, so he tries to he's like, can I move it? And he's like, no, and then
He starts to cry.
and then he starts to cry,
Oh, no.
and then Ash gets down, looks at Christopherson, and then just starts the train.
I love that
and then
moment.
Christopherson gets out and just
And
watches
he
the
watches
train
it with
too.
him.
Yeah. That was the
That's
reason why
really
I was
cute.
like Ash is my favorite character because of that moment.
Okay.
Actually,
It was so cute.
one of my favorite characters. I love that scene because it's just so like. Okay, it's like nothing's ever like really resolved between the two, but then like they're still kids and it's just
The
strange.
train, yeah. The fact that it's just there in the first place is ridiculous.
Yeah.
To begin with, they're like, there's not room for another bunk because Ash has his model train set.
But like, because in the scene, Christopherson lies down. He gets on the floor and goes underneath the table to lie down, but he lies down next to he's not underneath the table when he first gets down.
Mm-hmm.
So there's plenty of room right there.
This is the real conundrum.
Why does Christopherson lay under the table instead of?
Yeah. Like Ash is above.
What's your film theory?
Because it's Christopherson.
He's so good.
The best character in the
Objectively.
Objectively.
Is there any other option?
For me, it's either him or Mrs. Fox. I love Mrs.
She's
Fox.
amazing.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I was gonna say to Tommy it's about that scene. Like, what's your interpretation of that? Like, him just like, do you think it's out of like
I don't know. It's one of the. I think it's. For me, it's one of the. I mean, like. Sorry, I'm eating pie.
Yeah, you're eating coffee.
We're all eating pie, man.
So, for me, like, I mean, I see, like, it's just like, well, obviously, like, Ash is making Christopherson. Christopherson lie underneath the thing because he's jealous.
Yeah.
And Christopherson, obviously will be upset.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I think you're like when you say like, oh, they're just kids and they're just gonna sit there and watch the train.
Mm-hmm.
Like it makes sense. And also, I like the scene from my point of view. It's like one of the more confusing things in the movie, just because like so much happens in it. It's just like so many layers.
It's like a lot of subtext.
It reminds me of the wolf scene of like you just can't explain this shit.
Yeah.
But like you
But
feel
you
it.
kind of can. Like it feels like you're vaguely like, oh, I get it.
It's this weird benevolence. Like it's to show that like Ash isn't like a complete like piece of shit.
I think so.
To a degree, yeah.
Yeah. Like obviously he's jealous, but like.
And like he hides his feelings down, but like yeah, I'll take it with that.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me. What's the girl fox's name? Like the girl with the sunspots?
Oh,
do you remember her
I was
name?
gonna say she's a super cutie.
She was. Okay, that's weird. But like, at the same time, I love that scene with Ash and her working on like in school together, and Christopherson is like, you destroyed the experiment.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't care. And then it goes over to them, and he's like, you're supposed to be my lab partner. And she goes, I am. And he goes, no, you're not. You're disloyal. And I'm just like, what? That's so funny. Like all of their emotions, they just flat out say it.
Yeah,
They just are so they're so very clear in how they're feeling to one another. And everybody's okay with it. Like nobody's like gets super upset by it, except for the one time when Mrs. Fox slaps Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
But aside from that, everybody is just so they're so in tune with their emotions. I love that. You're disloyal.
I really do love Mrs. Fox as a character.
Right. And Meryl Streep is just perfect.
Homegirl has patience.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's such a reserved and like very, I don't want to say casual, but it's like a very
It's mature.
role for her. And I think it's actually everybody in Fantastic Mr. Fox. Something I noticed in terms of the voice acting, it's really subtle. All of them talk like very, very calmly.
Yeah.
All the time. And it's like, that's really, really nice. Because it seems really different from real life. But then again, it's not real life. It's like, these are animals. But they all talk like very casually and very like toned down. You know? Yeah. I like that.
I
Wow.
think that's what Wes does a lot with his movies. It's like this like sort of like, and that's a criticism I've heard of his movies of like, yeah, we're getting through this by it's great. A lot of people think it's like a lot of these characters are so emotionless. Like these are unemotional movies, but I feel like it's all like, it's all a front for the emotional punch at the end to come because it comes out of like these like unexpected places.
Yeah, because they all have the emotion. They're just hiding it.
Yeah,
so it's there.
And like you can almost see like it working behind the scenes of like a lot of these characters, like of someone like I think the most clear example is like something like Life of Colleague Steez Out, because like that one everyone shits on that movie, but it's my favorite, one of my favorite movies ever, because like you see Steve and like he's like so traumatized by his friend and like everyone's just shitting on him and like he like plays along with it. He's like trying so hard to play around, but like everything's like breaking underneath his like skull. And then you get that really cathartic moment where, like, he finally sees a leopard shark. Spoilers. And, like,
it's a
Sigur Rós
joke.
plays, and, like, everything, like... And then, like, he, like, tears up, and then, like, They're, like... Yeah, Wes Anderson's really good at these, like, one-liners, too. Like, does he remember me? And, like, I was like, oh...
It also feels like whenever you're thrown into a Wes Anderson film, you're thrown into a place that has a lot of history already. All of the characters already are just so well versed with each other. And
they are worlds.
They're complete worlds that you're thrown into in the middle. Like he really doesn't sugarcoat or like hold your hand in terms of like introducing you to it.
Yeah.
Except for like maybe a quick montage, like in the very beginning, like I'm thinking Rushmore and all the clubs to kind of give you a really good sense of what Rushmore is. But
it's just so stylistic and like
it
fun
is.
while doing it.
But it just completely throws you in.
Yeah.
Like everything is already just so already there.
I was thinking about in terms of emotions, like people might say that they're emotionless, and then you could say like a criticism is like the characters don't show their emotions, they say them, like we were saying, like they just tell each other how they're feeling.
Yeah.
But I think that's interesting because I feel like I'm thinking of like Tenenbaums,
Yeah.
and that one's similar, I think, in that just quick in my mind, I can't think of any parts where any of the characters are outwardly expressing like very clear, visible emotion.
They really don't.
Yeah, but I feel like in real life, people don't usually do that. If that makes sense, people
Yeah.
cry and stuff, but it's usually
In very intimate moments.
yeah.
By themselves or.
So like most of the time in your normal interactions with people, like you're telling them things.
We want to be emotionless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like it's very real, but at the same time, it's exaggerated in a
little
weird.
detached, yeah.
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 Which I think is very effective.
It is. It works. It really works.
So Thomas, I need a favorite character from you.
Oh,
And then also, I need you to give me your top 3 outfits from the film.
top 3 outfits. Okay.
Ooh, that's a good
real
one.
quick, I'm just going off of this last conversation real quick.
Yeah.
Before going forward. This is after watching it this time. This is the first time I realized, as it was also in the credits, that it was the screenplay
Yeah.
was written by both Wes Anderson and Noah Baumbach.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
And like, it definitely feels like it, cause like
Yeah,
it
Noah
just
Baumbach
feels,
film, yeah.
it feels like a Noah Baumbach film, and that's not a bad thing, but yeah, that's just one thing I noticed this time around.
Do you think Fantastic Mr. Fox is the Meyerowitz stories part 1 or something, but with animals?
So with animals instead of people.
It could, it could be. They're both. Oh, I had to.
It has to do with like emotion and
I'll
family.
finish this off right now if no one else wants it.
If you want
Do
to
it.
finish it, go
Finish
for
it.
it.
Finish it,
take
Are
Aaron.
you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're an entire Thanksgiving feast.
Yeah,
here.
we
That's what you
finished-
deserve.
Just to keep
Um,
everybody updated, we finished 25
25 ounces.
ounces. Thank you.
Of apple
Fluid
cider.
ounces of apple cider and then
And
60% of
cinnamon
apple pie.
Apple pie.
And
Yeah.
16 ounces of a tea.
Yeah. Oh, tea was great, by the way.
14 ounces.
14 ounces.
I'm sorry.
We all are.
So yeah.
So that's just one thing I noticed. It definitely is Marvel's Stories Part 1.
I had no idea Baumbach wrote though.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense though. Yeah.
Okay, favorite character?
Uh-huh.
I like Ash. Ash is he's a good character.
Mhm.
Like, in terms of, like, I think he's more relatable for me, like, overall. And he's very well developed. Like everyone in the movie, all the characters are around Ash, right? But how they interact with Ash, it all makes sense. Because you see everyone's point of view, right? So you see, like, when like Fantastic Mr. Fox, like, how he treats Ash, like, it kind of makes sense, right? Because
Yeah.
Christopherson is just a better person at things, right? And he doesn't really realize what he's doing to Ash, but then Ash is getting all these different things, and he's an angsty teen,
Mhm.
He's the perfect angsty teen.
Yeah.
He really is.
And so he's really really well developed.
Yeah.
So he's my favorite character.
Really quick, I want to say a quick word for Kylie.
Oh yeah, Kylie.
Kylie the possum.
Oh,
Freaking love it.
Yeah, we haven't talked about him at all. I think he's actually my favorite character. If you're gonna take Ash, I'm gonna take Kylie because these moments of him like looking dazed.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing?
You gotta give me something.
This is an audio only.
There was a sound there.
And then yeah, man. And then like I like at the very end, like after it was Fox like running like the whole entire like beagle chase, right?
Oh yeah.
And then he's just like
Yeah.
not his eyes are like dazed.
Yeah.
And he does the
It's such a good bit. Yeah.
yeah. I love that. All right, fit check.
Fit check. All right.
Every time we got to get the fit check.
We'll go through, worst to best. There's still 3 best outfits.
Yeah.
So, third best outfit. I really like.
If you need pictures, just ask. I'll Google one.
Well, when he says it, you Google it so that the rest of us can see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really like. Okay. Okay, let me just. Ooh, all right.
A lot of pressure. I'm sorry.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
It's
pressure.
a lot of
You
good
know?
outfits.
Okay. I really like. What's the girl's name?
The female fox?
Yes.
The teenage
Don't
girl?
know.
Yes.
I don't know.
Whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Female fox. She had a really good outfit. She's number 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 2.
Agnes.
Agnes.
Agnes, good outfit. Number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2. You know, okay. Before I get number 2, I'm gonna give a special shout out
Wow.
to.
This is Agnes's outfit in the movie, by the way.
Fuck you.
I want to beat you.
Aaron Dillard.
That's what I.
Go
that's,
gobble on some fucking.
That's one of the pictures that
I
shows
hate
up.
you. John, describe what he just showed us.
Just show this damn porn.
This is not a high res picture, but that's her outfit. It's just a little flower dress.
It's like a flower dress.
Yeah.
Alright, so a special shout out. A special shout out to Ash's superhero costume.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
cape.
Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
it's you know
The bandit mask.
yeah with the bandit mask. It really fits the character, but I'm sorry, not a very good fit.
Not a great fit. I was gonna say they're like no bad
Outfits.
like even the worst outfits like that are like really well coordinated.
But number 2 best outfit,
Yeah.
gonna give it to Christopherson with his yellow shoes.
With the yellow shoes.
Mm-hmm.
That's number 2.
Wait, are we talking? Does he wear pajamas half the movie?
Yeah.
But I think I'm trying to think.
This is a toy.
That's basically his outfit. Yeah, it's like
that's
a
his
collar
outfit, yeah.
shirt,
That's the one he's wearing.
and
And
those
yours, I think.
tan shorts.
Number 1 best outfit, corduroy jacket, fantastic Mr. Fox.
You gotta
Heck
give it.
yeah.
You gotta give
Such
it.
a
Gotta
good
give
look.
it.
It's sharp.
You gotta give
Okay,
it.
Tommy, I think you're forgetting
Nope.
about the rat's costume. Look at this.
If I wanted, where's Waldo?
He's so good looking.
Aaron wants to be
Can you
Willem
look at
Dafoe
the-
as the rat in this
Wait,
movie.
can you look up the
Yes.
rat porn?
Like, look at this.
Yeah, give me Rat Fantastic Mr. Fox
This is
Rule
the definition
34.
of fat. Look at this.
It's an audio
He's
podcast.
so
Aaron.
cool.
Describe what you're looking
This
at.
is the rat. Sitting, laying down with his legs like up. And he's snapping. He just looks cool.
It's the one where he's drinking that cider when you
Yeah.
when you first see him in the movie.
Yeah, watch
Yeah.
the movie, folks.
I hope you did if you're listening, you guys. I really do. I wouldn't want you to sit through most of this bullshit if you hadn't seen the film. Especially Aaron's bullshit.
Can we give a fissiness score to the film, apple cider, and the
And
apple pie?
Heck yeah.
So I got the tea,
Mhm.
and you know what? Fizziness. It's technically not fizzy, but it fills me up with the bubbles. So I'm gonna give that a solid 73. The pie. Oh god, the pie was good.
Well, it's a good
we
pie.
developed that pie. And,
Yeah.
It's a very palatable episode, which is great.
I was really surprised.
Yeah, the pie. I will give it a 74.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The film. And this is a really fizzy film. I'll be honest.
It is.
It's definitely an 88 in my book.
Wow.
I'm gonna pass it on to Jared Lindsay.
Okay. Apple cider. Definitely pretty fizzy. It was good. It was good. However,
Oh.
I do have to say, wasn't enough of it.
Wow.
I'm gonna give it a 70.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Next time I'll bring 3 bottles.
Yeah, one for each of us.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see. And then pie. Ooh, what's a good pie?
Good pie.
It's gonna get an 80.
Wow.
I like that pie.
It's a
Cinnamon.
great pie.
Yeah, it really reminded me of the film. It actually really was like it reminded me of Fantastic Mr. Fox. Now, the movie.
The movie.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna score match John. I'm gonna give it an 88.
Nice.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
Nice.
Mhm.
Oh,
All right, Thomas Miller.
all
Or
right.
should we go Thomas last?
Sure.
Yeah, special guest.
Yeah, you last special.
Yeah, alright.
Age before. Wait, no, never mind.
What?
Cider, I will give a good 80. I enjoyed it a lot.
Wow.
But yeah, there could have been more. Next time I'll bring
3 bottles.
the
You said.
lifetime supply.
100 bottles.
The pie,
100 liters.
yeah, it was 75. It was solid, but I mean, you know, it's not homemade.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Neither was the cider. Alright. Alright.
Neither was the movie, Aaron. So
Says the guy who took like huge pieces of like pie like falling
out of his mouth.
out of the corners of your mouth. The gelatinous apples just smearing your ungrateful chin.
Ungrateful.
All right. You know, great movie, but not homemade.
Movie I'm going to give an 88.
Okay.
Wow,
For 3.
matching the score.
Okay,
Wow.
sure.
Well, okay.
Okay.
So, apple cider.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was good apple cider. It was smooth apple cider, actually. Very smooth. But, big problem. First of all,
Wow.
not homemade. Second of all,
Yeah.
Aaron chose apple cider because, you know, Fantastic Mr. Fox had cider in it, right? But that's alcoholic cider.
You're right.
Would you
Whoa.
prefer it to be alcoholic?
Well,
Hard cider.
we're not true to the movie here.
You're right,
We're not being
you're
true to the
right.
movie here.
You're
And
right.
this apple cider did not taste like melted gold. So
Wow.
I'm gonna give it a 65.
Okay. I gave it a
Wow.
60,
Those
so
are
like
some
you're
big
good.
Pie?
Pie.
Yeah.
Good pie. Great pie. I love apple pie that has like cinnamon on top of it like that.
Yeah.
It was a nice crumble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And
Should have taken a picture of it. Alright. Search up Marie Callender's apple pie.
French apple pie.
French apple pie.
Yeah. So I really like apple pie that has cinnamon on top of it. I will say I like my pie cold. This pie was room temperature, right? Which, you know, in my opinion, brought the flavor a little bit down. But that being said, I'm gonna give it a 73.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the movie.
And then
movie.
the movie, one of my second favorite Wes Anderson film.
You have it on Criterion.
I do own the Blu-ray on Criterion. Rushmore is my favorite Wes Anderson movie. Also, my favorite movie tied with Lady Bird.
Oh wow.
Would that be like 100 fizziness?
Yeah, I guess my scale would have to make those 100 fizziness. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this is the second favorite Wes Anderson. So it's still pretty high up there, right? So I'm gonna give it a solid 88.5.
No! Someone describe how my face contorted.
It was like watching a lemon give birth.
Well, that bullshit's over. Anyway. No, great score.
That's a good score.
88.5.
Yeah.
He pulled a fast one on us, boys.
He did. He had to. You're different.
Now, moving on. I want to do a little segment, and it's called, because Thomas is here, we're going to do a little
Oh man.
hashtag best Thanksgiving plate. Y'all know how this works. We're doing
Unfortunately, we
draft
do.
style.
Oh my gosh. Draft
Well, how we did last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
who's starting?
Yeah. Thomas, you're a guest. Do you want to go first or last?
Last. I'm gonna go last.
Last. Okay, and then I'll start then. Okay. So everything is on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, unless it's like completely like, why would that be at your Thanksgiving table?
Yeah.
But if it's within reason, that's fine. And I feel like we shouldn't do like very like, we're gonna do very like cultural American, that kind of like food.
Sure.
So I know like, you know, my family can do like Korean food or like Mexican food, whatever. You know, we're going for the colonized Thanksgiving plate right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
It's what happened.
He's right.
So, the first pick of my...
Wait, you're going first?
Yeah.
How's it gonna work with it? So
Oh, wait.
Which rotation?
You're gonna go like that way?
You know what? I can go first. Aaron, you go first.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Or
my
Jared, do you want to
show.
go first? You want to go first? You were in the middle last time.
Sure.
No, you were first last time.
No, he was last. No, you were first last time.
Was I?
All right, Aaron, you're gonna go
Okay,
first.
Aaron, go
It's gonna go Aaron, John, Jared, Thomas, Jared, John. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Aaron, take it away.
All right. I'm gonna go. Wait, how many items are on the plate?
You're,
You got two in the end.
3?
Wait, let's go 3.
Okay.
3.
Well, actually, no. How much do we do? Just say an item. Just say a
Okay.
damn item.
I'm gonna take the big one. Turkey with gravy.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't have gravy, just turkey.
What?
You can't have gravy.
Gravy's a separate
Gravy,
item?
yeah, gravy's a separate item.
So I can only have. So if we're doing like 3 items, I can have turkey and gravy and mashed potatoes, and that's it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna do like 4 items.
This is a terrible plate.
You gotta make the best of it.
Yeah,
worst plate.
yeah. It's best plate relatively.
Yeah,
Fine,
just turkey.
fine. No, I'm gonna go ham then.
Wow.
Yes.
He wants a sweeter meat.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Don't you dare.
Sure. Sure. All right, folks. I have to do it. I'm going stuffing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Stuffing.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Lindsay.
I'm gonna take the mac and cheese.
Oh.
Wow. That's a very that's like a region. That's just like a southern
Mhm.
style Thanksgiving. That's
I
good
love
though.
mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese is good. Thomas, you have 2 picks.
Alright, 2 picks. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Yeet.
You know, people love it. The classic. I have 2 picks.
Yes, you do.
Mashed potato and gravy. That's my 2 picks.
Wow. Amazing. That's a power move. All right, Jared.
Fried chicken.
Wow.
What?
Wait,
That's not
wait.
on my Thanksgiving
Whoa, whoa! Why are you going? We are talking about my best Kentucky Fried Chicken plate. We're talking about my thing.
I
A lot of
fried
people
chicken,
have-
yeah.
That's not
Fried
on
chicken.
my Thanksgiving table.
You know what? We're gonna keep it in. We'll see what the people say on Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fine.
See what the people say on Twitter. All right.
Fried chicken.
My next pick it has to be just because it hasn't been said yet. Turkey.
There we go. I was waiting for it.
Sweet potatoes.
Ooh, that's with a marshmallow maybe on top.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's 2 ways I can go about this.
Wait, doesn't he need one more?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Good stuff.
So we're getting 3 total. 4 total.
4 total.
4 total.
Okay.
So many options there, and I know it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with, get all the food groups in there. Green bean casserole.
Yeah, I was gonna take the green beans too. Me too.
All right. Well, y'all can go suck some dick because my next pick rolls. Bread. I take bread. I take bread.
No.
There's only one other kind of bread that can qualify in this, but I'm not gonna say it out loud, Jared.
Okay. Wait, Aaron, what's your plate right now?
Ham,
Yeah.
sweet potatoes,
Okay.
green bean casserole.
Very solid.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go with carrots. Steamed carrots.
You know what? I've seen that at Thanksgiving.
I've seen
You can
that.
have a really good brulee carrot.
Yeah.
That's good.
Alright.
Yeah. They're like the long ones.
Yeah. Okay, those are good.
Yeah,
those are good.
Alright, I have my winning plate right here. So I'm gonna drop some bombshells on you.
You got
guys.
2 more picks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna say Toblerone, and I'm gonna fucking.
I was gonna do that joke earlier. I dropped the joke. I dropped the joke.
Okay.
I dropped some bombshells on you guys right here. Alright. So I have mashed potatoes gravy right now, right?
Yes.
So the gravy, just to clarify, it's normal gravy, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna add in some tofurkey.
Thomas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, mashed potatoes and gravy and
Tofurkey.
And cornbread.
That was
did
the
get the
other
cornbread.
bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cornbread.
Good pick with the
The only thing I
cornbread.
wanna eat on
Cornbread.
the plate.
Risky. Risky with the tofurkey. He did it though. He did it. All right, Jared.
He did it. He did it. I'm gonna really round it out, cause I got like the nice side dish with the mac and cheese. I have the meat with the fried chicken and then carrots, and I think I need one more vegetable. So I'm gonna go with the Brussels sprouts with bacon.
Those are good.
Those are good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw that.
Those are good.
together.
All right. I'm gonna give my pick. Ready? You can have a plate, right? But what's one of the best things about Thanksgiving?
The family.
Yes. And
Yeah.
the leftovers.
The presents.
The leftovers. So my last pick is serving. It's an auxiliary pick.
Mm.
I'm gonna pick cranberry sauce because you can make yourself a really mean
Cranberry sandwich.
cranberry sandwich.
You got the rolls.
Just the rolls and cranberry sauce.
And turkey.
And turkey, yeah.
No turkey, just cranberry sauce.
No rolls.
But yeah, you can make a great like classic like gobbler sandwich of just like
Yeah.
turkey,
for sure.
cranberry sauce, and stuffing.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, do you?
You
Yeah,
have
you
one
do.
more, one
Yeah,
more.
one more.
Wait, I have 3 things.
You need one more.
How many do you have?
That's 4.
Is it 4?
Yeah, you just did
Yeah, rolls, cranberry sauce. Yeah, I have 4.
turkey and
Oh,
stuffing.
okay.
You have 4?
Mm-hmm.
You have 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Last one, Aaron. There's an obvious one no one has done yet.
Don't mess up, Aaron.
Don't mess up.
You already have a pretty mediocre plate.
What else is there? What else do you eat on Thanksgiving?
Really a lot of stuff, buddy. There's a lot of stuff you
He
can
said
eat.
fried chicken.
I can't believe you never had fried chicken on
You
Thanksgiving.
put that on rice
My
bowl.
grandma always made it. Or like soup. Could you count like a soup?
You could fit a soup in there. Depends what kind of
Yeah,
soup.
that's what I was thinking.
Aaron, you could always take Caesar salad.
Oh, well, that E. coli.
Pumpkin pie.
Good
Wow.
choice. That was the right answer. It was either pumpkin or apple. Wow. Okay, everyone just go a quick recap of your plate starting with Thomas Miller.
Alright, I have mashed potatoes and gravy.
Mm-hmm.
I have tofurkey and cornbread.
All right.
Tofurkey. He has like the
It's like a
vegetarian-
hospital version of a Thanksgiving.
Tofurkey's good. Tofurkey is good.
I can't
Did
say
you
I've
ever
had
see
it
it?
in
I've
recent
had
years.
it.
We
It's-
had it.
it's decent.
We had it when at Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
Claire brought it.
Oh,
It just tastes like stuffing.
really?
Yeah, because it came breaded because it has to taste like something.
Yeah.
And it just tastes like stuffing.
Yep.
Jared?
I have mac and cheese, fried chicken, steamed carrots, and the Brussels sprouts with bacon.
Nice. I have stuffing, turkey, rolls, and cranberry sauce.
I have ham, sweet potatoes, green bean casserole, and pumpkin pie.
Very nice. You can either tweet at us with hashtag Best Thanksgiving Plate or vote on our Twitter poll, twitter.com/SodaSocietyPod.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, one last thing, Aaron. Sincerity.
Oh.
On the topic of sincerity. What do
Go
you want to
ahead.
say?
Give us an explanation.
I
for
don't want to. I don't.
Not this
wanna
episode.
say
Not this
that-
episode.
it. Okay.
Not this episode.
What? Not this episode.
Okay.
What movie then?
What?
What do you think will be the movie where we
Where
can
we
have this
reach
conversation?
sincerity.
This is like a nice.
It's
Like,
gonna be boyhood, huh?
The Last Dinosaur.
The good dinosaur?
The Good Dinosaur. Sorry, yeah.
Muppet movie.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Muppet movie.
Something to look forward.
Yes, Muppet movie.
Something to look forward to, folks. Besides that,
I have an idea for the. Go for it.
Does Muppet movie count as an animated movie?
That's the
can't
territory that's kind of
You
that
can't
we kind
watch
of have
it
to
in
dive
game.
into.
it's Soda Society season 2. We'll have the Muppet movie
Okay.
somewhere in there.
You know, maybe
Maybe, yeah. If we remember this.
if we let him. But yeah, I have an idea for the sign off. It's just one last question.
Wait.
One last
Oh, yeah.
thing. Before we go into whatever we're doing for next week. So you know how a lot of the characters in Fantastic Mr. Fox kind of have a symbol of like a physical thing or a sound that they do that signifies their thing. Like the possum, what's the possum's name again?
Kylie.
Kylie has the face. Ash spits. Mr. Fox goes. What's yours? What is your like sound or like physical thing that you do that like really encapsulates you as a person?
Mine is I deliberately
Yeah, Aaron.
I deliberately stub my toe on something. And go, "Ah, shit."
That's your thing.
That's
That's his thing. Okay.
I put two hands to my face and say like, "Oh, that's nutso." Oh, that's nutso.
I hope these are the answers you want.
Yeah, these are the answers I wanted.
Tommy, what's yours?
I just flick my ears back and forth.
Okay.
I cross my legs and I go, "Oh no!"
Really, really quick. We have a very special guest who is here outside.
What?
We gotta bring him in. We gotta bring him in.
We have to answer the
Aaron,
ask
can you
him
get him? Can you
this
get him?
question.
Bring him in.
Man, I'm so glad we all
I'll
have
do
that
that.
an audio clip of something that we all do all the time.
All the time.
Like,
Oh, that's nutso.
those of you who know us well, who are listening to the podcast, know just how much we do these things
All the
time.
I was gonna say, yeah. We should also have a post. We did a pre-show today. We'll have the post-show today with Jose Montano.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
I was gonna say. It's pretty exciting. Oh, should I announce what next week's soda?
Yeah, and make
movies?
Aaron guess.
Huh?
And make Aaron guess what it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell
yeah, okay,
us,
okay.
and we'll give hints.
All
Okay.
right, podcast listeners. Next week's soda and movie. He has to guess the soda. Because the movie's he's not gonna get it. It's Ran by Akira Kurosawa.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
And the soda is going to be Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
And welcome to the Soda Society. First time guest, really exciting. We have Jose Montano.
Yeah. Woo!
Hey everyone.
Jose's host of the Millsy podcast that I also co-host. And yeah, you've been on.
Why are there?
Hey man! Oh, that's nuts!
I thought this was the Soda Society podcast, not the Eating Pie podcast.
Hey man, we're just trying to things.
Is this an experimental episode?
Yeah, it's
Is that why
experimental.
I'm
That's
here?
why you're here. Yeah.
Just forks. There's only 4 forks.
Yeah,
then.
4 forks.
I'm the 5th person here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to use all of them at the same time.
You should put them all in your mouth. We're glad you're here, Jose. We're gonna do a little post episode after this really quick. But I just said the next week's movie and soda.
Yeah.
And then you missed it, Aaron.
What was
but
it?
we're gonna have you guess what the soda is.
Mm-hmm.
You
Would
can tell
you-
the movie.
Oh no, you don't get to hear the movie.
Yeah.
But you get 2 questions. You can either ask if John would drink it,
Yeah.
or you can get a nutritional fact about the soda.
Wow.
What do you
Can I ask
think?
both questions?
Why not?
Yeah.
Would you drink this soda, John?
Yes.
Well, of course, we're gonna be drinking.
All right. Next question.
It's
Here, I'll pull the facts here.
it's the soda caffeinated.
Yes, it is caffeinated.
That doesn't help me at all.
No, it didn't. But you asked. You
That's
asked.
the question you asked.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Alright, you get 2 questions about the movie.
The movie is you're not gonna get.
You're not gonna get the movie.
So
Right.
you can ask, you can ask this question. Is the movie related to the soda?
Is the movie related to the soda?
Not at all.
And you
No way.
can ask this question. Would you watch this movie, John?
Would you watch this movie, John?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Would you get?
All right. What are your
You're in a
guesses?
hot
Wait,
seat, Aaron.
Is
Yeah.
that one question? So
No,
you,
those are both
No, those were
questions.
both
wait,
questions.
what was the? Okay. So it's just John would watch the movie.
And John would drink the soda.
And John would drink the soda.
So,
The soda
let's get some
and movie
guesses.
Are not related at all.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Coke Zero.
No.
No.
You get 3 guesses there.
Yeah.
And if you fail, you are removed from the Soda Society.
No, Aaron fails. I'm gonna give him his own 2-liter and he's drinking all
No.
himself.
Oh my God.
You can't put as much weight on
Alright,
it.
yeah, 2
having
more
complete
guesses.
blind
2
guesses.
more guesses.
No, I'm not gonna drink
Oh
all
boy,
of
that's
it.
nutso.
Alright, you get one more question, Aaron.
Come
You
on,
can
let's
ask
hear-
any of the questions again. But just one.
Ask us another question. But it has to be one you've asked before.
2 guesses, Aaron.
I'm not gonna. Shut up.
Wait, you should ask.
It's Sprite.
Good guess.
No, good guess though.
Wait, is Sprite caffeinated?
Yeah.
Sprite is caffeinated.
What?
This whole time. This whole
I
time.
never knew
It's
this.
insulting.
I always had this like idea of caffeinated beverages being like dark.
No.
That's a race thing, dude. It's
What? It's a coffee thing. It's a Coke thing.
It's a Coke.
Wait,
thing.
real quick. Can we point out that Jose actually dressed for the part here?
yeah.
If you look at his socks, that's actually a Disney-bound version of the rat.
The rat from the
My
movie.
name is
The
the rat.
It's the
All
big
right.
bean.
All right, John. Do you want to tell him
Alright.
what it is?
Wait, he has one more guess. He has one more
Yeah,
guess.
one more guess.
There's
Yeah,
no-
one more guess.
Just make it. Aaron.
Yeah,
By the way,
shout out
before
to-
before Tommy said he has one more guess, I was just gonna let you off. Now that you have one more guess.
Baja Blast.
Oh, wow! Imagine if we did Baja
That
Blast.
was great.
But no.
The soda of next week. Well, the movie of next week is Ran by Akira Kurosawa.
Okay.
And the soda of next week is Dr. Pepper.
Wow.
Alright,
Okay.
well, Aaron's gonna drink his own 2 liters.
No,
Yeah, it's gonna be great, everybody.
I'm not
Everybody,
going
make sure you
This
tune
is
in
just
next
this is
week.
just training for the holiday special.
Yeah,
It
that's
is
true.
basically. Yeah, but for the sign off, how about we all do all of our quips
Oh,
at
okay.
the same
Yeah,
time?
you know, Zay, like we all have very specific quips. You know,
Like,
like
you
we
know
all
how-
have.
Like John's always saying.
Oh boy, that's nutso.
And Aaron's always saying,
I'm always going like, ah, shit.
and I'm always crossing my legs and going, oh
And Tommy always.
Just like.
no! What's your quip?
What's your little?
Your little audio visual cue.
My my whip is gonna be That's it.
This is the best way to end this
I know,
podcast.
right?
Thank you so much. We're so society.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. We'll catch you guys next week.
Next week.
Next week. All right. Bye, everybody.
Ah.